Have this. If we look back in the book of Numbers, I believe it's around the 13th chapter, Moses had got together 12 leaders, one from each tribe. Yes, sir. And Moses gave them specific instructions. We need you to go recon. We're my military folk. We need you to go recon this land that the Lord has given to us. And then I need you to come back and share with us what you find. So here are these 12 leaders, if you will, decide to go and follow the instructions that Moses had gave them. And of course, when they got there, they were taken off guard because one of the stuff that they came in contact with let them know that if I try to do this, or if I try to deal with these folks, I can't do it because they're giants. These folks, we can't do this. These are giants. So here, these 12, or 10 of the 12 come back, and the report is, I don't know what you were thinking, Moses. We can't do with this. Matter of fact, we need to get us a leader and go back to Egypt. Because at least in Egypt we knew what was going on. At least in Egypt we knew what to expect. But there was two brothers who knew the Lord. Who remembered who God was. Yes. Who remembered how God had taken care of them, even in bad times. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. You got a testimony. Even in bad times, they knew who God was. Amen. Brother Caleb, Brother Joshua, yes, sir. They said, we can do this. Yes, sir. With God help. Yes, sir. We can do this. Yes, sir. Yes. We were talking, some of the pastors with Brother Patrick. They were sharing about what we need to do to have this revival. And this was in the early stages of it. And all these pastors, these doctors, these senior pastors, folks that's been lay members for a long time saying, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this. And there is no way we could have this anytime. So matter of fact, by the time they finished with their logics, we were looking at 2020. And I said, there's a reason that God, and I'm not calling Brother Patrick a nobody, but God chose someone that hadn't been to school, that's not a pastor, that's not a preacher. He chose him, and the reason why he chose him is because he was depending on God and God alone. Not the logistics, not what it's going to take to get from point A to point B. All he had was God. Amen. He didn't have all this other stuff. He didn't know about how you want to set up this and how you want to set up that. All he had was God. And I told these pastors, I said, those things are fine. I said, but there's a reason God chose him for the vision. He's not polluted with all of this logistics. He's not the one that's worried about the lights and worried about how we're going to get healed. God said, do a revival. If he's the only one there, he will do a revival. So here we are. I said, pastors, don't exclude the God factor in our analogies here. We're looking at this. We're looking at it from a pastor's eye, but he's looking at it from God's eye. Here, Caleb and Joshua were saying, look, we can do this. Yes, without God, we can't, but with him. Yes. All right. So what God does? Yes, sir. God was getting ready to wipe it out. All right. He was getting ready to wipe out the children of Israel until Moses went and said, Lord, these are your people. You chose them. Folks going to hear about this. Yes, sir. All right. But God said, okay. Since they don't believe, I'm going to get rid of them. They're not going to get what I have in store for them. So what God did for 40 years almost, he allowed them to wander around the wilderness. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For 40 years, they wandered around and around and around. All right. And then one day, God told Moses, Brother Patrick, he said, tell the people, it's time to move. Yes, sir. It's time to move to where I have in store for them. All right. All of this, it was purposely done because those naysayers, I don't want them in the promised land because all they're going to do is they'll spread just like virus. They say, oh, we can't do this. I don't want to do this. Why are we going to do this? This is not good. Those naysayers were simply going to pollute what God had. Have you ever been around that person that's always negative? You can't get nothing positive out of it. And they say, praise the Lord, hallelujah. But I can tell you this day, it just looks so gloomy outside. I mean, they have nothing positive to say. And if you stay around them long enough, oh, they'll have you depressed. They'll have you with your head dropped and Lord, jeez, I thought it was good early, but I don't know now. All right. So God said, no, we're not going to allow this virus to possess what I have in store. Yes, sir. So we're going to let them die. I may not kill them, but they're going to die. So God allowed them to lunch around and around and around. Yes, but in the meantime, he was raising up a people that believed God. That's right. So here Moses was in one of his last farewell addresses to the people. All right. He got them together. He said, look, I need to share some stuff with you. All right. I know you've heard this before. I know your ancestors may have said something about this, but I need you to hear it from me. God said, we have dwelled long enough. You see, I don't know what you're dwelling with. It could be sin. It could be unforgiveness. It could be issues of life. But we all have something that we're dwelling with. But God is saying to us tonight that you dwell with that long enough. It's time. We left that in 2018, 2019. We want to leave that. We want to go into the promised land. 11 days. All they had to do was trust God, believe it. In 11 days, they could have been in a land flowing with milk and honey. But they allowed a few folks to convince them that God wasn't God. Do I have some Caleb's in his? Do I have some Joshuas in this house that know what God has done for them, that know that there's nothing too hard for God, that know that no weapon formed against you that can be able to prosper, that know that he can do anything but fail? Are there any Joshuas in this house? Are there any Caleb's in this house? Know that God always keeps his promise. I believe it was Joshua who said to the people, this last farewell address, he said, you know that every promise God made, he kept. There was not one promise that he made that he didn't keep. Well, we can stand tonight, we can believe tonight through our history, through the things that we've been through. Yeah. And we can testify that God has kept his promise. Yes. Even when we didn't keep ours. Even there was a time deep where he had to chastise me a little bit, where I wanted to go to Geneva, but God took me all the way down to Florida and brought me back. because there were some things that he needed to work on in me to get me ready to receive what he had for me.
That's right.
Y'all need to hear that. Oftentimes we wonder, Lord, why? Why has it been so long? Lord, you promised me. Oftentimes he's getting you ready. If he gave it to you then, you wouldn't appreciate it. If he gave it to you then, you would say, oh, I did this. But go through some stuff and still get it. You learn to appreciate it. But I'm just so grateful tonight because I know without a shadow of a doubt, God is saying to us, Geneva, St. Elizabeth, St. John, etc., that it's time for us to move on. It's time for us to possess what God has for us. He has changed his mind. He hasn't said, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. All of that stuff that's in the past that has clouded us up, that has cluttered our mind, that has caused us to say, I just don't want to deal with them folks. You know, Pastor Harvey, I think it was Pastor Harvey that said this in our meeting. When they first brought up, and this is one of the things that I share with everybody. I said it's important to talk about race. It's important to talk about issues because that is the only way you're going to deal with it. Just because you feel a person may be present, just because you may have experienced that in your lifetime, if you never address it, you're going to walk around all day long looking at every white person or every male or whatever the case might be, and you're going to put them in that same category because you never address it. So Pastor Harvey, when it was first brought up about the junction and the tree at the junction, Pastor Harvey said, wait a minute, we need to talk about this. He said, because that tree represents different things to different people. And I said, that is good. And I believe it's important that we bring that up. But I also believe it's important that we move forward. That is not a reason for us not to go down to the junction to bring God because of the past. We do need to address the past, but we need to move into the future. We can't say, well, I ain't going down there because a lot of my ancestors was hung from those trees. But I do believe that we should be able to address those things. In the forum with white, blacks, and whatever, we should be able to talk. Because that's the only way we're going to be able to move forward. Real talk, church. The only way we're going to grow as a community is that we have to. And when I say we, I'm saying Genevans have to learn not just to praise together, not just to worship God together, but we got to learn to cohabitate together. We got to learn that. But we got to get past the past. And I hear you say, well, you just don't know. Oh, yes, I do. I was raised in a small town called Monroeville, Alabama. So I do know. I've seen it. But I would not allow that to dictate my future. I've seen the man bust into my house and try to get at my mama. And my mama made me promise not to tell my daddy because she knew my daddy would get in trouble. I've seen that. But I would not allow stuff like that to cloud me. Because I know she's no better than I am. And I'm no better than she is. And God made all of us. We got to change the way we're thinking. Don't allow it to be 39 years, 11 months, and 1 day for God to deal with you. We have to change the way we think. And in order for us to be able to move forward, I got to get off of this because I'm getting some bad stuff. But in order for us to be able, and I'm not scared. In order for us to be able to move forward, we got to change the way we think. Let me say it. The white man ain't the devil. He's not. And if the truth be told, I've been mistreated by more blacks than whites. If the truth be told. If the truth be told. Can we still be real? I mean, yes, I'm sure you want to know. But I want to be able to deal with what's going on now. Yes, I know what happened over 3,500 years ago, but I need to deal with some issues right now. I need to deal with some issues in 2019. And while we're thinking the way we're thinking, our young folks are thinking differently. I call it, and I can say that because I have about 3 grandsons. I call it the Obama generation. And that's where we're going. And there's nothing wrong with that. And Lord knows, I know God has used that because I have seen some folks with some Obamas, and I'm like, ain't no way that person. But God has used that to soften that person's heart, to change the way he or she may have been looking at the situation. And I see them in the restaurant with their little Obama grandson or granddaughter. I know God done worked on them. Real talk. God done worked on them. So here we are. God has told Moses, he said, get the 4 bread. I have allowed them to stay here for almost 40 years. And I've converted them. I did it the hard way. I allowed them all to die. With the exception of Moses and Caleb and Joshua, all of them is dead. Now God said it's time. Most of that we have, that we harbored, they're going on. They're going on. God bless them. I was thinking that 1862, I can only imagine them sitting there waiting for this Emancipation Proclamation to be signed and where they would be freed. I can imagine what they had to go through. But God had a plan even back then. And here we are, able to sit in the church, come or not come, don't need anybody permission or not the permission, show up by what we want. God had a plan. So 2019, is the year that some of us are going to have some difficulties. Let's just be honest. He reigns on the just as well as the unjust. Some of us are going to have some difficulties. Some of us, this will be the best year we've ever had. But the key thing, the key component with both of those situations is God. Regardless of where you are, what you're going through, if he's with you, you can get through it. I'm a living witness. I've had 40 radiational treatments thus far for prostate cancer. I have 3 more to go. I should finish up Friday. I'm already healed. What God did with that time, every time I got up on that table and laid back and spent those 8 minutes with that thing rolled around me, I was able to talk to the Lord. I was able to share with those technicians how good God is. You see, I wouldn't have gotten in that place because I wouldn't have had any need to get there. But because I said, Lord, order my steps, I was able to be a witness. Urologist say, you sure? You doing okay? And this was this morning. You sure? You've had 40 treatments thus far. You sure you don't have? What can I tell you? I got the little tiredness, a little absent-minded, but my wife said I had those already. Probably wasn't too much with that, but I'm here, and I thank God. Amen. I really do. It ain't something I read, it ain't something somebody told me. It's something I had the option to experience. If we won't change, We got to be the change. We got to put forth the effort, church. When I say church, I'm talking about everybody in here.
That's right.
We got to put forth the effort for the change. We got to allow God to change the way we're thinking.
That's right.
And stop those naysayers that keep coming up and say, Geneva ain't going to never change. Geneva going to always be there. We got to stop listening to that. And call the devil a liar like he is. I thank God for you. I thank God for this day. I thank him for the message. I'm trying to come out of it. But I really didn't get into it like I wanted to. But I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I thank God for Brother Patrick. And I shared with Brother Pierce. God had laid on his heart about a year ago for the revival. Amen. Amen. And so that's just a confirmation. Brother Patrick stepped out of nowhere and said, God has done this. And then these pastors, these alpha males, has gotten behind him and said, we'll support you. And I'm grateful. And I'm looking forward to church, let's do this. Let's do this. This is for us. This is for our city. Stop sitting down and get up and do something. Amen, somebody. Amen. This is 2019. Be counted on. I heard somebody say, I ain't going down there. They don't play my kind of music. But you're never in none of the planning meetings. You never suggest anything. You never show up. The people that shows up suggest the music. Guess what? Show up. Show up. Only you can stop you. Let me leave that alone. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much.